Right now you see many people coming to U.S. because they don't see any future. They want to looking for some different, you know. The Guatemala government are supposed to take care of the citizen. They are supposed to work for them. They are elected to serve. But in Guatemala, I don't see that.
Carlos Avila has been working with a Latino newspaper in Trenton, New Jersey. He worked for the Trentonian for more than 10 years. Over the years, he has been able to come to know the Hispanic community in New Jersey and understand the struggles they overcome. He has become very familiar with the Guatemalan people and the struggles that the women in Guatemala face.
Many families in Guatemala have 4 or 5 kids in home, maybe more sometimes. And when I went to Guatemala, I see most of those families, they don't have the father in home who can take care of these kids. So if they don't have a father, if they don't have a family, you know, I'm talking about in the rural areas also. Of course, in urban area, probably the same situation, but most worse is in the rural areas where you see many kids in the family without father, without, you know, just the mother take care of the kids, and they have to work hard to bring food for the table.
When you have to provide for 4 to 6 kids in Guatemala in these rural areas, it is very difficult for these women, and for these women sometimes there is no real jobs available that they can get. A great example of this is Augustine Chavez. He works at the Brookwood Cafe in Hamilton, New Jersey on the weekends. He also works for El Centro part-time in Trenton, New Jersey. At the Brookwood Cafe, Augustine works extra hard every single weekend. A lot of the money that he earns goes back to his family in Guatemala, where he has 2 kids and his wife.
Son todavía pequeños, están estudiando. Mi esposa pues ya no trabaja porque no hay trabajo allá.
Augustine's kids are young and are studying in school. His wife currently doesn't have a job in Guatemala because of the economic situation there. There really isn't any good place for her to work. According to Telesur, in Guatemala, 93% of females there have informal jobs, while only 7% have formal jobs.
Hello, my name is Roberto Hernandez. I'm the director of El Centro here in Trenton, New Jersey, established in 1999.
Many Hispanics go to El Centro who need help with immigration services, are in need of health services. There are currently 16 ESL classes that they can go to, and there are many other programs that continue to help the local Hispanic community.
Like many immigrants came, the men came first, trying to establish opportunity, work, find jobs and things of that nature so that then they could send for their families. Unfortunately, what winds up happening, there are other situations that pull these men into issues of drug and alcohol dependency, loneliness, depression.
One of the main struggles that Roberto Hernandez sees at El Centro is the problem when there's women in Guatemala and then the husband comes over to earn money for the family, but when they're here sometimes they end up getting a second wife, or they marry again, or they have a girlfriend again. So now this guy will have a family in Guatemala, and maybe the woman that he marries here in the US will have a kid. Now this family that is in America, to the man, might not be seen as the official family because his real family in his head is in Guatemala, and that is the one he is really working in America for to send money back to. Now this can create many different emotional problems for the woman, whether the woman here in America or the woman back in Guatemala, and even for the children. The children in America might not be seen as the official children, and it might be lacking in a lot of love. Now this would put the women that are in Guatemala in an awkward situation because they are receiving money from their husband, and as long as this money is continuing to provide for their children and provide for her, they might not say anything about the situation. And according to Roberto Hernandez, he says that 70% of women are aware that they are going through this right now. According to the Pew Research Center, Northern Triangle migrants sent nearly $16 billion in remittances home in 2016. Guatemala alone sent back $7.5 billion. Roberto Hernandez, the director of El Centro, said that this statistic does not surprise him at all. A statistic like this only makes sense because of the money Guatemalans in the United States are making and are continuously sending back to Guatemala to provide for their children and the women struggling to find jobs.